According to the NCAA, the total amount of revenue for all Division I athletic departments in 2019 stood at a staggering $18.9 billion. The question remains for you: if you're in sports sales, do you have the savvy and know-how to get your slice of this ever-evolving and growing pie? Are you open to mentorship in this area as well? Well, if you answered yes, then Larry Long Jr., the Director of Collegiate Sales for Teamworks, a company which provides time-saving and cost-cutting software solutions for the NCAA and pro teams alike, joined me this week to discuss how we can all develop a winning sales and life mentality. I'm Kevin McShann. Let's have this conversation. Long's mandate of personal excellence comes from his willingness and propensity for mentorship of others. So I began our conversation by asking him where that passion to inspire others comes from. Larry, if you're ready, I'll welcome you to the program, and I'm excited to talk to you about sales and college sports this morning. So great to see you, and thanks so much for being here.
Kevin, it's my pleasure. I appreciate you having me here. I'm just super excited to have this conversation. Yeah, that's a great question. So first, why? And Kevin, I mean, we're blessed. You and I are talking today. Life is good. I've got on my "Say Yes to You" shirt, so I'm just feeling great. But I'm a big believer that it's my responsibility. I've been blessed. I've been fortunate just along the way. Folks who supported me, and now it's my turn to pass along that knowledge, those learnings to others. And to serve as a mentor, serve as a guide, trusted advisor to do whatever I can to help others to accomplish their goals. The second part of your question, you asked, I think, how do you build successful sales teams? It's just like building any other team. It starts with your people. And essentially, you've got to have phenomenal people that are really bought in to the mission, to the vision, to the goal, and we're all rowing in that same direction. If you get people that are rowing over here, rowing over there, it's kind of like a crab pot. It's going to slow you down. So it's really making sure your people are on the same page and making sure that that page is clear. What are the crystal clear goals and objectives? So it starts with the people, then you got to have the process, and then you've got to execute. I guess that would be PPE, which has various meanings these days, but people, process, and execution.
No doubt. And I'm also curious to know about your thoughts on how the advancement of technology has affected the sales space in sports and in general as well.
Yeah, I mean, technology is taking over the world. I think they say SaaS, software as a service, is taking over the world. Whether you go to your gas station, I know here we have Sheets where just to order a sandwich, you're not going to talk to a person. You're going to do it on a computer screen, and it's probably going to ask you for a username and password. But technology is taking over all aspects of our lives. Athletics is not immune to that. And really, it's for the best. I mean, we sell a communication platform that allows folks to communicate straight from their phone. And we know that people take their phone wherever they go for the most part. But really, it's had an awesome impact. It's allowed athletic departments, athletic teams to leverage technology and create more efficiency. So before, they would just throw people, they would throw human capital at it. We have this initiative, we have this challenge, let's just throw more people. Well, now it's like, hey, technology can help us so we don't need to throw as many people. And the great thing about technology is it doesn't call out sick. It doesn't tap out. It pretty much, if it's running right, it can run 24/7. So those have been, I mean, we're just seeing technology take over in all of athletics, whether it's analytics, data, for us, communication, social media, and it's been on the for the most part positive.
And Larry, as you know, I'm all about inclusion for individuals with disabilities. So I'm wondering your thoughts on the opportunities that can be opened up for people with disabilities through sales, athletics, and technology as well.
Yeah, the great thing, and you don't know too much about my background, Kevin, but I grew up in the VA medical centers, VA hospitals. My father was director of recreational therapy, serving our veterans, and I'm a big believer in inclusion, equity, and what I've seen technology. It's the great equalizer. It provides opportunities for all, and in sales, what I love about sales is that we keep score. And the score is that objective scoreboard on how you're producing, how you're doing. So for me, some people like me, some people don't like me. It's okay. In sales, as long as I'm doing things the right way, am I delivering two thumbs up or am I not delivering two thumbs down, which I absolutely love. So to answer your question, there's tremendous opportunities for all folks in tech sales, in athletic tech sales, and technology plays a role in that, especially now what we're seeing, the kind of the bright side of the pandemic is that we realize that folks can be anywhere. They don't have to be in a central location. We're able to communicate. You're in Canada up north. I'm in Durham, North Carolina, and you and I are communicating right now. We're making that bond, that relationship. We're communicating. Who would have thunk it? And that's where we're at right now. So to answer your question, the sky's the limit. Tremendous opportunity.
And I know that you're the director of collegiate sales over at Teamwork. So I'm wondering how you what's your vision to advance the department, say, within the next 3 to 5 years?
Yeah, that's an amazing question. And like we say, teamwork makes the dream work. And when you look 3 years out, ooh, that's a long time. We're just trying to make it 3 days out, to be honest with you. But there's a tremendous opportunity just with the digital revolution, like I said, I mean, software is taking over, and we're really at the heart of it with what we do. I mean, we're in over 3,000 collegiate athletic teams' hands. They're using Teamworks. So really, if I were to look at my crystal ball and say 3 years out, we would be in every elite athlete's hands, whether it's collegiate, whether it's professional, whether it's international, and we're empowering and we're engaging those athletes through our solutions. Right now, it's communication, it's academic support, it's social media, providing a platform for them to tell their story. But in 3 years, it's going to be everything, anything and everything that you can imagine for an elite athlete, they're going to come to Teamworks for.
And I'm curious to also get your thoughts on what do you think is the key to building effective relationships in the sales space as well?
Yeah, I think it starts with trust. If there's no trust there, it's going to be tough to have a solid relationship. Um, and we know that relationships are the key. Essentially, relationships build on trust, build on the belief that you have your prospect's best interest in mind and not your own self-serving interests. So the key to relationships is really, it takes work. It's kind of like planting, kind of like gardening. You've got to plant the seed, and then that's when the real work begins. You got to make sure that it gets water. You got to make sure that it gets sunlight. You got to make sure sometimes you got to roll up your sleeves and make sure it gets those nutrients, that manure. So it's the same thing with a relationship. You got to make sure it gets water. You got to make sure it gets sunlight. Just give me the light. Don't get me
Yeah.
singing in here, Kevin. I got the gold mic. I don't want to scare your viewers and your listeners away by me singing, but essentially it takes work.
Well, you can wake us up. It's Monday morning, right? So we all need to pick me up, right?
I love it. That's the winning attitude right there.
Hey, Larry, my final two questions have to do with I want to dive into you a little bit personally, and I know that you have a special motto where you tell people to don't stop and go and get it. So I'm wondering if you could tell me about that, and just finally, what do you want your legacy to be defined by, both professionally and personally?
I love it. I love it. So I can't take credit for that motto. Don't stop, get it, get it. That comes from the rapper Uncle Luke from from way back in the day. Don't stop, get it, get it. But I love the message. Don't Google that if you're at work. That's going to definitely be an HR violation. But essentially in life, we get hit with obstacles, Kevin. And the motto, don't stop, get it, means that, hey, we've got to find a way over those obstacles, under those obstacles, around those obstacles. And guess what? If it comes to it, right through those obstacles. Don't stop, get it. So really, it's a mindset. It's a mindset that, hey, I know that there's going to be challenges along the way. I know that that's coming, and I'm okay with it because I'm ready for it. And I'm not going to stop. I'm going to persevere. I'm going to be persistent. I'm going to be relentless in getting to where I need to go. I know you heard me. My theme song coming in, McFadden and Whitehead, ain't no stopping us now. We're on the move. So I encourage everyone that's listening, let's get it. Don't stop, get it. Now, the last question in the final countdown, my legacy. I want my legacy to be defined, and this is what I strive for each and every day. And it's fitting that today is Martin Luther King Jr. Day. We celebrate the holiday, and happy birthday to you, TGIF, last Friday, the same day as Martin Luther King Jr. That's our greatness right there. His quote that I love says, life's most urgent and persistent question is, what are you doing to help others? What are you doing? So I want my legacy to be that Larry took action. Larry did something or some things, hopefully, to help others. And I want that to continue on. It's kind of like in track where you pass the baton. My father ran track at Maryland. I played baseball at Maryland. My sister ran track at Maryland before she went to Eastern Michigan in Ypsilanti. But essentially, how do we pass that baton on so that others can do the same? And we can continue to spread positivity, motivation, inspiration, and really just hope that you can. Yes, you can. So that's what I want to leave you with. And hopefully that's my legacy, is that Larry believed in me. Larry helped me. He took action to actually help me. And I'm going to make sure that I pass that along to someone else.
Hey, Larry, it was fantastic to spend a few minutes with you, and I want to thank you for your time talking to me about collegiate sales and marketing and all the great work you do there at Teamworks. Great to be with you this morning, and have a great North Carolina Monday, would you?
The pleasure was all mine, Kevin. I just want to say thank you. Keep doing what you're doing. Phenomenal job, my man.